Ladies and gentlemen, in the 2.10 update, a handful of weapons came to the game, and Mualim was one that got one. He got the Mirage blade. So today we're going to take him into Story 27, Region 5, see how he handles himself. We're going to play him as we're meant to play him. He's a support hero, but we will get our fists dirty in a little bit of hand-to-hand combat and just see how he does improve the team. If we take a little quick look at the weapon, it's not bad. Weapon damage 1.7 to 1.5 to 1.7k damage. Weapon speed extremely quick. Increases his defense, gives him a little health boost. Critical chance, bonus and dodge are all done by 10%. Plus 80 lethality, which is always nice because he's an assassin as well. Yeah, dexterity, agility, not massively. It just helps him, assassinate from concealed locations with the dexterity. And his miss chance is only 5%. Which is quite nice because Mirage, I think, is 7. And Jesus, there are quite a lot of times where you'd miss with that. So we're going to take this ragtag team into the story. Edward Kenway in here as well with his brand new weapon. So you get a little sneak peek of that. I will do a separate video on him and his weapon. But today we're just going to show off Mualim. So this very first fight, we're going to go in and get our hands dirty. So he's got a couple of abilities that I will show you. We're not going to assassinate him. That would be too easy. So if we do this ability here, strikes to inflict 120% bleed damage and slows enemy attacks by 30%. So that just means we're going to get a few more hits off before he does. So it's always nice. So right, so we've got the bleed. Bleed damage is not great. 153, nothing really to write home about, but it's still a little bit of extra damage. Right, we apply this here as well. So debuffs enemies attack by 30% and defense by 20%. So basically, they're going to hit not as hard, and you're going to do more damage. So we've got that off. Now we'll attack. So he's doing 1200 damage. Not bad, not great, but still not too sad. 13 there, so that's not too bad. When he crits, he does crit for a nice bit of damage, but it's there you go, 3k, over 3k, 3300 there. Right. So as we can see here, we've got 2 enemies in front of us. This is in his territory. We could go in and do that, but we'll just go in with Alexis to clear this little bit because Mualim's not really going to have a great time now. But Alexis is. This is just built for Alexis. Just an absolutely wrecked face. There you go. Just absolutely banging hero. Right. So in here, we now need Edward to obviously navigate this trap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him the 100% assassination ability here. I'm going to click that, go on to Edward. So he has now got a 100% chance to assassinate that enemy. As long as he doesn't fail this and the dude comes running over, we should be all good. Right, he's done it. So now that 95% chance is a 100% chance. So we're going to, there you go, guaranteed. I mean, 95% chance is great. It doesn't make... Obviously, it stops you from failing it. It's not the main reason I'd bring him into an actual mission. But, yeah, it's still good. Right, I wish you could apply this ability when you're actually in kind of combat. Because I would like to do this for my next assassination. But it only counts for the next assassination. So, I've already got 95% chance. I'd love to do it for the 67% chance. But the mechanics don't work that way, which is a little bit annoying. But we will go in, assassinate him now, so he's done. Try from here. If he fails, he fails. Yep, he failed. Right. But he dodged. So we're going to get this off, slow the enemy down, put a little bit of a bleed on him. Reduce his defense and attack. And just start chipping away at him. He's dodging, he's doing alright. The bleed damage is very lackluster. Not great at all. But I mean, I've tested him out quite a bit, and I'll tell you what, when he was like a crit machine at one point, but it just doesn't seem to be working that way at the minute. Right, again, same with Edward. We again can give him the mentor's gift. Select Edward, go in here, and he failed that, but it don't matter. No alarm's gone off. 100% chance, done. So guaranteed that we will not fail that. So, I mean, apart from that, it doesn't really massively offer much support. But you know, if you're struggling with your lethality checks and you haven't got the heroes quite a high enough level, it will be a good ability. You can see that obviously Mualim can handle himself quite alright in a fight. Got a nice dodge on him, doesn't take loads of damage. But what we're going to do is we're not going to air assassinate him, we're going to get our hands dirty again. So let's jump down, hit him now, apply the slow, antagonised him, missed, but yeah, I mean, he's only taking 100, he's missed again, Jesus. I mean, he's not taking massive damage, he's doing alright, but we need him to crit. Again, this game is just all about the crits. If you fail the crits, then you're just doing such little damage. But we got a critical bleed there. Lovely little critical bleed. Nearly 400 damage. But we really need him to crit. Come on, Mualim. I was playing through this earlier and he was critting for days. And he's missing. He was absolutely critting non-stop. I literally got 3 crits in a row. And he's not crit once now. So, yeah, not great. Do you know what? I'll give you a little sneak peek into Edward here. So, right, let's brace the pistols in. Let's get our parry up. Right, that's doing about 300 more damage than it was previously. And he's dodged. We could brace a pistol him again, but we don't need to. So, yeah, it's a nice little buff towards Edward. Will he be the new top navigator? We don't know. We do not know. But we can take Mualim in here. I'm sure he can do this. Alright, so yeah, I've got initiative, reduced his speed, gonna reduce his defense and attack. Look at that. See, when he crits, it's such a nice bit of damage. There you go, he's crit again with the bleed in the bin. So he's very circumstantial. Like 1 minute he's just hitting like an absolute noodle. You're there for days. He's like the Mirage syndrome. But obviously he's not designed for that. He's there to obviously buff your assassins, help them out, make them just, yeah, guaranteed 100% assassination check. Or himself, he can buff himself with it. But unfortunately, I wish you could choose which assassination ability you were going to improve. Because as you see when I was going through there, I had a 95% chance. I don't really need to increase that. I needed to increase the 67% chance I had, which you can't do. So I wish that there was an ability that when you've got that pause in combat, you could buff yourself with your mentor's gift and then carry on. That would have been a nice little way to do it. But all in all, it's a nice improvement to the hero. If you've got to use him in Helix Rift events, obviously paired with an assassin, he's going to help them out, you know, a hell of a lot. He can obviously buff himself to guaranteed an assassination. So you can obviously work your way around there if your assassin's taking a little bit too much damage. You don't want to fail an attempt. You know, you can take him in. He can handle himself in a fight reasonably well. He can take out an enemy or two for you. Bleed, a little bit lackluster. I wish that did a little bit more damage. And I just wish that they'd up the damage just a little bit. Like all these new weapons that have come out, they're like 1.5 to 1.7k, but obviously the enemy's armor and defenses obviously counteract that, so that you're not doing the same damage to every single enemy because they're all different, armor rating, defense ratings. So if they'd bump that up to like 2.1 to 2.3k, I think it would have been a nice little sweet spot for Mualim to be there. But yeah, not a bad hero, worth taking in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have fun using him if you use him in a Helix Rift event. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, smash a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night, Assassins.